everyone, welcome to Handmade with Barb, and today I'm filming from my closet, which is something I never thought I would do. You'll have to forgive how I look today with having 5 children and the newest one being, how old is she now, 2 months old. I didn't have time to wash my hair or do makeup today. And so the reason we're filming in my closet is I wanted to show you my limited space that I have for stamp storage and other art and sewing supplies, and show you how you can really do a lot without a lot of space and without a lot of things. And so let us begin. I'm gonna pause the video for a second and turn it around so you can see my shelves, and we'll go from there. Here we are at the floor of my closet. You can see the door's closed. And I have this row of shelves here. Down at the bottom, I have my serger and some shoes. And then the next shelf, I keep a lot of things that I need to access easily and very often. This is my fingernail polish box, so I don't use that a whole lot. And then in here, and this is just a little 31 tote, and I keep all of my knitting needles, my crochet needles, which one just fell through the hole there. But I have my crafting scissors and a couple projects that are going. Some threads, I'm making a doily out of thread, a couple of knitting projects. Underneath here is my self-healing board and my ruler for that I use. This bag is filled with things that I just need for quick things, like when the kids say, "Oh no, Mommy, my favorite pair of pants has a hole," or "Can you fix the badge for my Awanas?" I can just grab the needle and thread, and I have pens in here, just all those little things. And then this is my ribbon box. I kind of need to organize it, but that's where I have ribbons, zippers, elastic, any of those little things, and I keep them all together because you use ribbons for so many different projects. If you're making an afghan, you can put a ribbon through the edge. If you're sewing, it could be an embellishment. You use a zipper, of course, with sewing, but with card making, you could put a zipper on it or put ribbons on it as well. And so I like to have all that together. On the next shelf up, I have my, this huge box is filled with all my paper. I have a few, my standard 8.5 by 11 cardstock I keep with the printer or in one of my craft boxes, but everything else, all of my patterned papers and larger designer papers are in this box. On top, I keep my cutting board and my my bases that I stamp with, and my little acrylic, what are they called, acrylic? My little crafting mats. I forget what they're made out of. This is my die cut box. I've got my little Stampin' Up! Cleaning pad for cleaning my stamps, and then these papers, the little like baseball and card pocket folders that I'm beginning to use for organizing my stamps, which I will be doing a video on that sometime as well. And then the next shelf up, I'm going to raise my camera up here. That's where I keep my die cut machine, and I have a lot of some of my jewelry up there as well. And then above that, we have a shelf that goes clean across the top of the closet. There we go. So up here I have a shelf that goes clean across the top of my closet. And on the bottom shelf, I have my violin, and you can see my daughter's birthday present, so don't tell her that's up there. And above, I've got my 2 camera bags. I have a lot. I'm a photographer, and I have a lot of lenses. So then as we come around, these are my 3 crafting bins that I put up a few days ago, and that is all of mine and my kids' crafting supplies, my paints and stamps and markers, all of that kind of stuff. I do have a closet or a shelf above the washer where I keep acrylic paints and the kids' watercolors. So we have a little bit more than what you can see in here, but for the most part, that's it. And then up above in those boxes is all of my wrapping supplies, like tissue paper and bags, those kinds of things. And as you come around, I'm blessed to have a second shelf in here. I don't know if you can see well, there's 2 boxes up on that top shelf, or the top 2 shelves. The very top one has all of my fabric in it, and the one below that has the outgrown baby clothes right now. And as you come down, this is where I keep my inks, and I have a little bottle of re-inker up here. All my inks fit in this little box. And then right now my stamps and a bottle of Tack It Over and Over glue are in this box, but I'm slowly moving my stamps from the box to a binder. And this bag contains all of my Sharpie markers. We've got my, I just forgot what this was called, my embossing tool, my heat tool, and my Stamparatus case. And then on down, this box is filled with like my papers that go together. It's like my mother-in-law bought me or gave me some of her old Stampin' Up! Papers. I've mentioned before, she's stamped for years and she has helped me so much with experimenting with different supplies so I can decide what I actually want to invest in. And if you know someone who is into crafting, talk to them and see what they use, because that will help you so much and not having to waste money to buy things that you won't like. And as you go across here, you can see I have some of my markers up there. Oh yeah, this box has got papers that specifically match and go together. And then as you come around the side, this is my binder with all my stamps, or it will eventually have all my stamps and my catalog in it. And I've not decorated the outside yet. I'll do that at some point. And then my rubber stamp sets are all beside it. And back behind there, you can't really tell, but I keep my iron. And then on down, we have all of my yarns are in this bag. And the bag below has some fabric and ribbon that's very specific to a project I do. I guess I should say a ministry. I volunteer for Caleb Ministry at my church, and they make blankets and outfits for little babies that have either passed in the womb and then were born, or who died shortly after birth. And it's just a blessing to be a part of this ministry. But we make the little gowns and blankets that they can either be buried in or their parents can keep as memento. That ministry is very picky about what kinds of fabric and what colors of ribbon and things like that. And so I keep all that together. And I want to keep them clean and not get messed up with the kids' sticky hands. And so that's why they don't look nice, but it works. The pile beside that, it's just some little things the kids have made I want to hold on to. Very unorganized. But, you know, everybody has a junk drawer, and that's mine. And then underneath I've got whoops, sorry about that. I have a little tray of shoes, and then my large bag. This used to I used to keep my sewing machine in there. And now I have just some random crafting things. Open this up. Got a pattern to make dresses for the girls, and some fabric for that. I used to have a little office in one of our houses, so this is part of a shelf that I would keep my threads on, but oh well. Someday maybe I'll do that again. I've got my button bag in here, my glue sticks, more of the shelf, and then in the front I've got all my quilting pencils, my roller cutter, and then I've got, this is empty, I don't know why. Usually this is filled with bobbins, and so that is pretty much how I keep everything. That's not pretty much, that is literally where everything is in my house. One more thing, down here under my clothes, I have my actual sewing machine, and then, sorry, my scarves and jewelry are in the way. Here's my ironing board. And so that is my organization system. But that's it. We are gone full circle, back to where we began. You have seen where I keep literally everything. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or suggestions on how I might organize some things a little bit better, I'd love to see them in the comments, and I'll answer them if I can. Hope you have a fantastic day, and thank you for watching.